Oh my goodness, it's devastating. I've been to Belfast. What an amazing city it is, full of the kindest, nicest people you could hope to meet. And to see people on the streets, masked people on the streets, setting fire to people's houses, setting fire to buses, attacking the police and the fire services. I mean, it's just devastating. It's absolutely devastating. Now, the heinous act that happened in Belfast was horrific, absolutely horrific. We call that out. But the way to respond to that is not to take to the streets and riot and cause more trouble and more problems. I understand anger. Believe me, I really do understand anger. But you've all got a choice as to what you do with that anger. And surely we have to show a different way. We have to call out horrific acts of violence like that, wherever it happens and whoever perpetrates it. But what we cannot do is create chaos in our country and in our brilliant cities like Belfast, where most people, again, are just full of kindness and compassion. So I would just urge anybody, wherever horrible things happen in the world, please, please, please don't respond with things which are just so counterproductive to creating and building the kind of country that I think we all want to see. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have the right to tell anybody else what to do, but what I do understand is the pain and trauma of having someone you care about murdered. And, you know, it would have been really easy for me to be filled with anger and rage and to want to hate, you know, every individual who looked like the individual who took my sister's life. And I chose not to do that because that act was his and his alone. And that isn't what most people in the area where I grew up and I'm proud to call home are like. And I will not allow our community to be defined by that. And that is the same for any individual who commits such a horrific crime. You don't then vilify an entire community or an entire group of people who might not look like you do. That isn't what that looks like. But that also doesn't detract from a serious conversation about things like knife crime. Of course we need to have that conversation. But the way to have that conversation is not to take to the streets and start burning things down and attacking the police. So I would say to anybody, please just think carefully about what you do with your anger. It's fine to feel it. Of course you're going to feel it when something so awful happens. But maybe channeling that into doing something positive for your community is a better way of responding.